All right, we are heading on into our time-shifted feature match for round 4 here in the Hoaglandia Open. We've got Bant Ramp featuring Nyxbloom Ancient versus
Okay.
what I believe is a blue-green climb deck on the other side here. And again, remember this tournament is double elimination, so every match that you are watching today are players who are still live to win the entirety of this tournament.
This is Cynic combo. Yeah, Adonis Climb. This Bant Ramp has okay. This is another card I thought about playing. For today's tournament was the Immortal Sun. It's another interesting one.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's another one that, like, when Teferi Time Raveler doesn't exist, you don't have to worry about. You can just shut their planeswalkers off. You don't have to worry about their static text as much, right?
Right.
So no untapped green on the bottom there. Very good start for a climb player on top. Turn 1 Elf, going to be turn 2 Hadana's Climb here, which is sweet. This is a time-shifted feature, so you see our players are playing a little bit faster here, so we can clip on through to the next round at a good rate. A little bit of decision on Will's part here. So they drew the incubation druids. They're trying to decide, do they want to drop climb and get that going on their elf, or do they want to get incubation druid into play? Finale of Revelation. What on God's green earth does that do?
Really, you get to draw X amount of cards.
Draw X cards. That why do you know what that one does?
It draws cards.
Hold on, my it's not a wall of fire. My internet is buffering. Here we go. Finale of Revelation. Draw X cards. If X is 10 or more, shuffle your graveyard into your library, and then untap 5 lands. You have no maximum hand size the rest of the game. Love it.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Whew! You see the spicy one?
Yeah. The Awakening of Vitugazi. Yeah.
Awakening of Vitugazi. Put 9 1/1 counters on target land.
It is. It is actually a combo with
Yeah.
Hadana's
Climb up top.
Wing some Temple of the Wing something. I can't remember the name. Let's see. Winged Temple of Orazka. That's what it is.
The backside of the Hadana's Climb here, being able to pump things up and make them a little bit more of a threat.
Yikes. Yikes. Oh, man.
Still 1 mana off of Nyxbloom Ancient on Draco Thubin's side of the board, but once they find that mana, this Finale of Devastation is gonna be really powerful.
Okay, Vitugazi's about to be awakened, so.
Yeah, they're actually just dead, right? We like end step
Just
Vitugazi, untap 8 like 20 something you.
Vitugazi has been awakened again. Okay.
This is not the Red Bull tournament, but that temple's got wings.
That's solid. Oh my goodness. Yes, Awakening is an instant. It was a card like Infect was talking about playing for a little bit there, which is quite interesting.
See, not 1, not 2, but 3 copies of Vitugazi here at the top end of this climb deck. Really, really sweet build on both sides of the table, honestly.
Big fan.
And something like the aptly titled Crazy Ramp on the left side of our screen here from Draco Thubin. I really feel like this is the type of deck that's possible in a world where people aren't getting abused by Teferi Time Raveler, right? Like when there's not this constant unsummon looming over you, you can afford to play things like Mirari's Wake and these other go big style things that don't necessarily impact the board the turn you play them.
Imagine trying to play the Awakening of Vitugazi with Teferi in the format.
It's not good, Matthew. It's not a good scene. You can't instant speed
it, and when you sorcery speed it, it gets bounced.
Yep.
This is fantastic. Yeah. Really great.
Someone in chat aptly pointing out that if Climb hasn't flipped yet, you can end step, make it 9/9, untap, make it a 10/10, and then make it fly to deal 20. So yeah, that's a really cool like 1-2 punch. Some really solid innovation.
Yeah.
on
It
this
is
this
just
Blueberry
Merit
Climb deck.
Lage. Whoa. That's a tough one on the right side there. Yeah, it's a lot better.
For people asking about the tournament coverage, this is a normal historic tournament with Teferi Time Raveler and Wilderness Reclamation removed. So all of these decks are historic legal that you are seeing today, but none of them explicitly have those cards in it because they were not allowed to be played. Land War Elves, really good pickup on turn 1 for our Klein player here.
Yep. Yeah, definitely nice start.
I just assume we want a Paradise Druid on 2 here. Maybe Stonecoil for 3.
Yeah.
Maybe a small missequence on lands there, perhaps supposed to play the Breeding Pool tapped, but the 2 life probably doesn't matter in this matchup.
Well, awkward here for Draco on the bottom. No blue source for Uro.
Yep, and also notable that, like, you know, a Boreal Grazer worse than a land tier in a situation where you're missing lands, right?
100,000%, yes. I mean, this Voracious Hydra could really go to town.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, we might just see like a 6/7 come down here. The Hydra could double up its counters as
like, yeah. Alternatively, they just like play Awakening again at end step if they wanted to.
That's true. We could see a 5/5 Stonecoil as well. Stonecoil Serpent's an interesting inclusion in Will's deck because it notably can't be targeted by Hadana's Climb, but it can fly once the Wing Temple is flipped over and becomes colorless.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty fair card. I don't know. Oh, that's a nice pickup there.
Right, we hit the blue source. If we get another blue source, we also get to Growth Spiral this turn. Not quite, but better than missing altogether.
I mean, hey, can't be too upset about that.
Kind of surprised to not see the other Grazer come down here as a just another blocker. Like, you're probably not ramping with it at any point.
Yeah, what's the point of holding it, I guess, is my question. Boy.
Bye-bye, Grazer.
Big. That's a big Hydra.
Yeah, speaking of big, the Mirari's Wake here, HA3 card. Doubles all of your mana in addition to giving all of your creatures +1/+1 here.
If they would have untapped land on the other side, they could have killed them this turn already.
Yep, yeah. Unfortunate to miss a land drop there and not be able to Awakening this turn.
Is Finale gonna? What is Finale going?
Let's do the time wipe again. So we float mana here with our dorks and then Awakening after the time wipe resolves, right?
Yeah, I gotta do it.
Oh, I think that's a bit of a mistake here. Could easily cost our. They would have had Grazer to block, but we would have been killing the Grazer this turn with the Awakening. Yeah. And we'd have a 9/9 in play, so it feels like a pretty big misstep by Will there.
This Finale of Devastation is gonna just...
Is it lethal? Yeah, this is for 10, right?
Yeah. All right. I will get the
crunch.
Smash you.
Grazer doesn't have trample, so we're technically not dead, but we're going to be dead to the Nyxbloom next turn, right?
Dead to, yes, anything. That's a pretty good pickup. But
so again, just like the whole game was around not floating mana there, right? Like the Arboreal Grazer would have been forced to chump block, and then there would have been a 9/9 in place. This Nyxbloom Ancient couldn't attack. And like maybe the Finale of Revelation gets them out of it still, but it's definitely a different game. Will a little bit unfortunate to stumble here, but also missed that key mana floating turn. So Will trying to figure out how to not be dead this turn, so they get to kill the Grazer and then they can chump block. But like this Nyxbloom Ancient triples the mana, right? So this Finale of Revelation is just going to draw like every land taps for 4.
Just that anyways, the Ancient because it has trample, right? And they're at 1. So.
Oh, it does have trample. You're super right. Well, I mean, what are you gonna do? Not draw 20 cards first?
I am certainly I'm certainly casting my finale. Are you kidding?
Okay, yeah. I mean, I am too.
I'm on camera.
I was really sad Ugin didn't draw cards earlier, so I appreciate Draco Thubin leaning in here and just being like, no, I'm gonna draw my cards before I kill them. Thank you very much.
Sweet. All right, we need to take this exact match and send it to Wizards of the Coast and ask them to please ban Teferi because of this kind of
stuff. Look at all the sweet things are missing.
All the permanents are still green. It's fine. You like this anyway.
All the permanents are still green. It's funny because it's true. All right, here. Small misstep on Will's part. Going to go ahead and send us to a game 3.
Yep. Isolation Sage has to come in, right?
Yeah, kind of surprised to not see the Rick Sage. It kills the Nyxbloom Ancient is an enchantment too, right?
There's like Disdainful Strokes and Aether Gust still in their sideboard.
Yeah, really pretty surprised by the sideboard plan on the Simic side. I feel like if you're not boarding in Strokes here, what are we doing with them? Like maybe they just think they could linear them. I don't know. I feel like I'd be inclined to like Scavenging Ooze and like Vivian perhaps could come out. Yeah, okay. We see him bouncing over the Strokes. I really like Strokes coming in here. Oh, not so sure.
There's no way I wouldn't have Strokes in my deck post board.
Yeah, Heroic Intervention, I guess makes sense too, because that one counters the Sweeper at least, but I like that Stroke counters Sweepers and also counters their payoffs.
I mean, yeah, they have Time Wipes, they have Infinite Finales, they have Mirari's Wake. I mean...
Okay, I mean, good hand on the Bant side, I think. Medium hand on our Simic side. Probably keepable on the play, but like... Alright, and we mulligan. And after the mulligan, their 6 is much better. Kind of surprised to see Paradise Druid go to the bottom here, since Will is currently missing blue mana.
Yeah. Just trying to rape out as much green as possible.
Because, like, you don't really want to play Stonecoil Serpent here, so, like, they could have gone, like, Elf Paradise Druid on 2.
Yeah. Gosh, they get to just jam this Vivian next turn.
Okay, there's blue source. And then Vivian gets to make an Elf at 3/3. And Vivian might make short order of this game. She snowballs pretty quickly, adding 2 counters to the board every single turn.
Yeah, she's quite annoying. They have a hoof to get with Vivian. I don't know that they brought it in, but there is one on the sideboard. Oh, sorry. So they have Cradle of Behemoth to get, and they have Tarnished Tyrant. I wonder if that's why they left the Reclamation Sage on the sideboard.
Oh, yeah, that's a good thought. We were talking about Sage coming in, but you're right. It might just be there to fetch with Vivian, which is very reasonable.
Yeah, they have.
I think I would bring in the Strokes still, but I think you're right. Leaving the Sage in the sideboard makes sense. Ooh, that's really good. So, Growth Chamber Guardian. Remember when this card was constructed playable, Matthew?
Yeah, forever ago.
You know, it's funny. I would love to know what the Future League thought their metagame looked like, that they felt the need to print Legion's End to explicitly hose this card. Like, what was going on over there that you thought we needed to hose this one? I'm not sure I love... Obviously, they're not going to get punished for it here, but I feel like I might have held back the second Guardian here because of a Time Wipe.
For Time Wipe, yeah. I was thinking that.
I guess putting it into play means you have lethal, so it's probably fine. Do we have lethal through gain 3? So we have 11, 12, 13. They have exactly 15 on board if they fart the Growth Chamber Guardian, so we could be dead here.
Yeah.
And see if Will sees the lethal line here or not.
Yeah, I was thinking that Draco might just play the Crisis out for one, just as a chump blocker to try and buy one more turn for
Yep. Yeah, the fact that Draco's set on board probably means they should have run the Hydrate Crisis out, so that way they could try and like. I guess they're on the zero out of there, right? Because Draco notably doesn't have double white, so even if they peel Time Wipe next turn, they can't cast it.
So that's four.
Oh, I think we looks like we missed lethal.
Oh yeah, they missed it. Yeah.
So we needed to. So for people not familiar with to adapt, they needed to adapt before putting counters on it with Vivian.
Yep.
Is there a punish here? I don't think so.
So they get to. No, they don't get to do that. I'm gonna say they get the finale, but they.
Oh wait, did I miscount? They didn't miss lethal, right? They're at 3. Yeah, I think I miscounted. Yeah, because they would have only been +2, right? No, yeah, the will's fine. I'm wrong. Yeah, they'd only be +2. We were off by 1.
I think they're still just dead here, but
Yeah, time wipe's too little, too late. I'm just gonna get run down here. Really, really like Will's build of climb here. The innovation of the V2 Gazi, allowing them to basically pseudo combo kill with climb, is super impressive and not something that I've seen anywhere before. Really neat innovation.
yeah, it's cool. Again, we get to unlock some of these cards that are locked behind the Teferi wall, and Vitu definitely one of those cards.
Yep.
It's a sweet looking deck though.
Yeah, for sure. Climb is one of my all-time personal favorites. It's got a place close to my heart personally, and I'm excited to see someone doing well with it today. All right, and this has been fantastic. Time-shifted feature matches are busted, chat. Looks like we've got one match still going on in round 4. I'm going to get some of